All right, good night. And just gonna give myself a few minutes here just to gather and just gather my thoughts a little bit and have a little few words and maybe a rant or two, maybe hopefully. I don't like ranting, but you know, maybe I might just rant. Sometimes it's good to rant. Do I need to lower my chair? I feel like I'm a bit too high, too far up against the microphone. So let me sort of get myself prepared here. Just position myself just a little bit better here. Get gather my thoughts, and this is not going to be racing tonight. So if you're tuning in to watch racing, I'm just going to talk a little bit, uh, just a little bit, and then I'll bounce right off, and maybe I'll do something else. But I just want to share a few things here. Man, and winter always make me what do you call allergies or sinuses or something. It's a bit of something going on. I don't breathe too well during the winter, so probably need to get sunshine, get somewhere warm. All right. So first of all, just want to say to the many people out there, subscribers and so forth. Thank you again for subscribing. If you subscribe to this channel, I want to thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This channel was designed, if you're new to the channel, to bring a lot more information from behind the scenes. Horse racing is designed to bring stories about the horse owners, the grooms, the trainers, the jockeys. Um, the horses, just behind the scenes stories in general. So you'll see a lot more stories, a lot more information as we go on. Um, there's a lot more in the barrel, as they would say, to come. You'll see a lot of stories in the bushes, on the racetracks, everywhere in the offices. If there's a story out there, you name it, I'm going to try my best to get it. So if you look back at the videos that you see on this channel in the past, you'll see a lot of different stories, a lot of interesting things. Um, Ohio, Vancouver, Toronto, Barbados, um, and this year in 2025, you'll probably see a lot more if things go well with the border issues. You know what I mean? Because things get a little bit sticky in North America, Canada, Mexico, America. They're saying we engaged right now in a trade war. So there's a lot of stuff going on, but hopefully it doesn't affect the dollar so much that I can't travel and I can't maneuver the way I want to. So again, I just want to say to you, if you're new to the channel, if you subscribe to the channel, just thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. It helps grow the channel. It helps us to grow. Helps us to bring a lot more stories, a lot more information, a lot more races to the channel. I'm trying a lot of different things just to boost the channel and to get people out there. Um, More insight, more information in regards to what we're doing with this channel, Demand for Truth. All right. So first and foremost, again, I want to say today I'm really excited. I'm really happy. You know why I'm happy? I'm happy because I just received some money from the Canadian government. Finally, I got my $200, and they came up with their word. I want to say thank you. Was it Justin Trudeau? This money came just in time, though. Thank you. I just want to say, look, thank you. This money came in the nick of time, and came at a good time. So it's pretty cool. I know he's going out. He's resigned from the position, but he's battling on with Mr. Trump across the border and trying to keep heads level and trying to do a lot of things because there's a lot of stuff going on. It may affect the horse world, so don't let us forget that. Right? We don't lose sight of that. That everything that happens at the top, it trickles down to the bottom. Um, so yeah, so I just want to share that information. To let people know, if people are not tuned in to what is happening behind the scenes, and that's behind the scenes from the top of the government all the way down, because it really affects the horse world as we move on. Um, you know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff going on. um, what else is out there? Winter racing is warming up, right? Winter racing is warming up, and midwinter is here, and that means that there's a lot of big races coming. A lot of big races heading towards the Kentucky Derby, where in America they get these points that allows the horses to go in the direction of the Kentucky Derby. It's pretty cool. It's also pretty cool and pretty interesting to watch as trainers, owners position their horses to get the points where they can actually enter the Kentucky Derby. It's kind of a different system, unlike the system that we have here in Toronto, Canada, with our King Split, because it seems like any and everybody can just jump right into this King Split if you are, I think, Ontario or Canadian bred. Um, I may be wrong. Maybe someone can correct me on that, but it just seems that way because horses that we think should not be in that race, sometimes we look at it and we're like, it is in that race, and that's a really big day. I'm not sure if it's the biggest day because I don't think that race is graded anymore, but it's still a real prestigious race. We hold on to it pretty tight and make it into really a really spectacular event. Um, Across the board. Holy crap! I just spit on the microphone. That must be odd, really weird. But yeah, midwinter racing is here in America and North America, but mainly America, and it's really cool watching how people position their horses in order to gain points. And that's really important because if you're not at the dance, you can't dance. So they position their horses in a way where they can get enough points where they can enter the big race. That's a lot of dough out there and a lot of prestige, and sometimes it elevates jockeys, elevates trainers, owners. Man, I was talking to Rocco. He was telling me when they went to the Kentucky Oaks, and how the owners and agents and everybody who was involved with the horse that he was riding, how they felt as they were going to the Oaks. And I guess it was for the first time. So, it's a big deal. Not everybody gets to dance at the dance. Not everybody gets to put on the trousers and put on the big frock dress and do their thing. So I just want to say thank you again to all the people who subscribe, people who tune in to the channel. Thank you so much. Please share. Please pass it on to your friends. Let them know some of the things that we're doing here. If there's a story out there, I'm gonna try my best to get it if I'm close by, or if I can drive to it, fly to it, even perhaps. You never know, because I'll tell you, I'm gonna try my best to dig up some bush stories in the next couple months or so, and you'll see what I'm doing. Stay tuned because we'll also have some big events right here on this YouTube channel. What else? So yeah, I got my $200, so I was really excited and really pumped about that. And it made me do a small rap, drop a couple bars, and you hit me up and let me know if the bars were weak or the bars were pretty cool. Maybe I can drop a few more, drop a few dimes maybe later, another time. Is that a bar? Maybe I'm going too far right now. um, yeah. So some of my jockey friends have been really cold. I hope they hear me, and I hope this can encourage them to maybe can push a little bit harder. Tell the agents, look, push a little harder. Get me some better rides. Get me some better horses. Uh, so I'm hoping to motivate some of my jockey friends just to get in the winner's circle again. I miss you. I haven't seen you in the winner's circle in a long time. So please hurry up so I can make some posts and post your videos so other people can see it and people can see your faces inside, especially when you take the helmet off and you're in the winner's circle. But that being said, Rafael Hernandez over in Turfway Park has been warming up. I've been watching, and he's doing some pretty good things. He's back at it. He's um, he's right back on the saddle, as they would say, and he's riding pretty good over there. Jump right in that colony once again, and he's doing his thing. So Raphael, big up yourself, man. We were watching. We watched you on a horse the other night, and doing pretty good. I think he was riding for Josie Carroll, and some familiar faces were in the winner's circle. Also, Sahin Savashi, I watch him doing Aqueduct. He's starting to warm up too. So there's two jockeys, two hot jockeys from Woodbine. Um, they're starting to do their thing. Guess they're getting ready for to jump right back over to Toronto when the Woodbine season starts. And I guess by the time they get back, they'll be in good riding shape. They'll probably be ready to go. That being said, I believe that Kimura, he got injured, a small injury it seems. So I wish him well. Hopefully that he's back soon. He seems to recover well most of the time, so I'm pretty sure it won't be too serious. So some of the top jockeys are doing okay, and they're starting to warm up. And the top jockeys from Woodbine, by the way. Um, so that's the ones that kind of follow, and some of my friends across the board are too as well. Um, what else? What else? So, how is the ice on the other side of the border impacting racing? How is the ice impacting the horse people in America? It's midwinter, it's cold, and how is the ice impacting racing in America? Ice, meaning the ice, you know what I mean, who's been running around across the states, neighborhoods, unsettling people lives, scraping up all kinds of people and deporting them back to different parts of the world, mainly South America. How is that impacting racing in America? I really would like to know. I love to hear if if you have any stories, by the way, or if anyone who's been affected, maybe a trainer, um, owner, people who are related to someone who has had to stay home because they feel threatened. I watch a lot of videos. Um, Few people from across the border have conversations with them. They share their stories of how people are not showing up for work. Um, I assume that people who are working are equipped with legal papers to work, but sometimes people get stereotyped, and some people may be on permits, working permits, and may be afraid that the permits won't be validated, and uh, and they probably decided, you know what, we rather play it safe and keep low for now. So how is the ice across the border impacting horse racing in America? Anyone knows? Maybe you can drop a line, comment, so we all can know what's happening. Maybe you can help someone who is watching. They would appreciate it as much as possible. Um, just to share those stories. How is it impacting maybe a barn, or is it business as usual? Nothing has happened. Everything's the same. Nothing. I'm just curious because, watching everything that's going on across the border, it's only a matter of time before, you know, they say shit hit the fan, and everything trickles. So you see one thing, you see the next, and nobody talks about these things until it affects someone that affects a family member, someone very close to you, right? That's the only way people really get excited. Nobody here was really too up in arms until we got threatened here in Canada with tariffs, and people got concerned how it was going to impact our economy. And everyone has something to say. Everyone want to go Canada and support Canadian businesses and support all these things now, um, which we should be doing from the very first place. But you know, um, I don't know. Maybe people got some thoughts, some things to say where they think the leader of America right now, the one that everyone voted for, well, not everyone, but he got the votes and he's the president. And maybe some people think that he's doing a good thing, um, doing a great thing. He's um, making leaders of countries think twice. Um, Maybe that's not a bad thing. I assume to make a leader or leaders react and do something positive. I'm not saying that this person is the best person, but I'm saying maybe drop your lines. Let me know what you think. Is that a bad thing? When now all of a sudden leaders are going to do something that would help. I don't know. Not a big fan. I mean, I'm just watching and saying, this is crazy when most people don't have things to say until it impacts your family or impacts you or whatever, right? So, how has it impacted horse racing? Do you have, if you're in America and you're watching, is everyone in your barn showing up? Is it business as usual? Um, Nothing has changed. Your horse is running well because you still have the same staff, the same group of people who are working with the horses. Um, or are you barn short staff right now, and your horses are coming up short? Because I imagine those are the things that would affect people involved in the racing once you can't get enough hands, enough help just to get the horses out and train them as good as you want and so forth. Horse racing is a game that takes a lot of people to make things happen. If you got quite a few horses, if you got one or two, you can get by with a few people. But if you got a few horses, you're gonna need some help. The help is mostly important. Um, Over the last several years, I was um, grateful enough to get a lot of behind the scenes information from people within the horse world who was very gracious enough to help me and show me some of the things that happen within horse racing, how the horses get to the track, how the horses react to different things, and just repetitive um, uh, types of training for horses in order for them to be the stars that they are and to do their business on the track. So I see how the operation work. It's quite an operation, and for me, is an eye opener just to be able to witness some of the vigorous training that the men and women have to do every day. I mean, quite honestly, you know, I've s- I've said this story many times where I watched racing for many years as a fan, just watching racing, open up the form, reading the form, um, and watching the races on TV or at the track, and I never even this is really silly, but I never thought about the life within the animal itself, where the animals, the horses, every day have to be fed. Uh, it's really funny saying it now, but have to be fed. Someone have to go and look after them, give them water, give them food, and all that stuff. So to me, that was the one thing that really impacted me, just to see the dedicated people who are committed to the animals each and every day. So big up yourself, man. Hats off to you too. really nice to get that information and just to see people do their business. Okay, so that was my rant, and maybe somebody will watch this video and drop some lines and let me know how has ICE impacted racing in America, or if it hasn't at all. Because from what I'm seeing and hearing, a lot of people is hell scattered all over the place. Um, people. I'm hearing people not showing up for work. People are, just kind of going in hiding. They have like underground railroad system now where people are getting a lot of help from the communities in terms of helping them maneuver through the system to avoid these armed um, ICE capades who are on parade, just scraping people up and then figuring it out after. So drop me some lines. Let me know what's happening. Really love to know that. Some uh, really useful information to know. Might help someone across the border too as well. Just you just never know. I saw a story one time when this guy he had his wife was picked up by ICE, and she was in the process of getting her green card, and he said she they were living in Florida, and you know everything was in the works, all the papers, everything. They were supposed to go in for a hearing the next week, and then ICE came through, boom, 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 break down the door, blah blah blah, and then she's gone, and he's very upset. He wants to meet with Mr. Trump, but I don't know if that's going to happen. So maybe he'll meet with the czar, and who knows? Maybe they can work it out. Anyways, um, I watched some races last week. There was quite a few races that I watched last week, and they were pretty cool. I'm going to start by sharing this video here. Which video is this? This is the video from. Well, hold on a second. Let me see which video is this. I believe it's the race with "Play Me a Tune." I think that's what it is. So let me see. Maybe let's see. Try to share. All right, let's go. Uh, got plate. Try to plate. All right, there we go. No, this was the one on Spirit Rags. I love this race. I was watching this horse for a long time. This horse ran like a really race horse. Yeah, that I love that. I love that race because I was watching that horse in the past, and I said it was only a matter of time. And just watched that horse ran off the TV, as they would say. That was really cool to watch. Um, That was really cool. Now the other race I watched was another horse that I watched at Woodbine, and it was this was a nice race from this horse, which we really expected really big things from this horse. So let's watch this one. Yeah, that was really cool. Cause we watched that horse at Woodbine behind him, big horse from Bob Tiller, and it's only a matter of time. We see that horse do some really good things. I see that horse ran a Gulf Stream just before that race, and didn't place, but it's only a matter of time spotting the horse properly and getting back on the synthetic track and. Hernandez and doing some really nice things for those connections. There was another race here. I'm going to share this one also. For some reason, I like this race. I'm not sure why, but I'm going to play and let's see what we're talking about here. Sorry, I guess my microphone was off, so you didn't hear me. Well, we'll see what that horse do in the future. Keep your eyes open. Ears pricked to see what happens next. But in case you didn't hear, well, you didn't hear what I was saying earlier. But I say it was really nice to see Rajiv Mara back in the winner's circle and winning on a nice price like that. I'm pretty sure he'll make a lot of exciting, a lot of Jamaican fans mostly who I get to hear a lot from. I'm very excited. Very exciting times at the racetrack down in Gulfstream, Florida. That was a real cool price. I'm pretty sure the fans of Rajiv will be rejoicing on that day after seeing such a big win. Um, there was also the swale, and it was a pretty cool race. Let's watch that for a bit here. Wow. And that was my guy. Is that Dylan Davis? Um, man, it's crazy. Crazy racing warming up across the border. Won't be a would be a while before it gets back to Toronto to Woodbine, but I'll be waiting and ready to watch these races as they warm up across the border. It's really cool. I just want to say hats off to the people who tune into the races each and every weekend just to watch the races. It takes quite a fan just to tune in every now and then, just to see, some of these stars out there and what they do for the horse fans. Actually, all the excitement. I mean, just to hear people who love horse racing talk about races for hours. It's so intriguing. But right now, I just want to say, look, at Turfway Park, um, there's lots of prices, good prices, and Turfway Park, the racing is crazy. Yeah, that's how crazy it is. It is crazy. Shots fire. Every now and then you get a different shot at Turfway Park. One of my friends reminded me to play that little clip. It says shots. Shots happen at Turfway Park. They say. Uh, so before I go from here, I just want to say honestly, thank you for those who've stick with me. Stick with the channel, stick with what I'm doing. That really helps me. Really appreciate it so much. Just the support, just to continue to bring more stories, increase more with the sport. Put people on the platform who are not on the platform. Where put them in position where people can see them, people can know who they are. Maybe it'll help them increase their business, help a trainer elevate in trainer's world, maybe help an owner get his stock or get his business out there where people can know who they are. Uh, jockeys get better mounts, meet a few people, um, just more awareness, stories, showing where these jockeys coming from, where they started. There's a big story I want to get to eventually, and I've heard some stories from some of the kids across the border who they were riding, but they were not thinking of being a jockey. And lo and behold, they are jockeys now, and they're doing pretty well. Apprentices, um, hear people be in the barns of some of these trainers. They've gone from being in prison and just being amongst the horses and how the horses has changed their life. So you'll see a lot more stuff like that. A lot of information, um, lots of information. That's my Trump impersonation. But seriously, just joking around there. But you'll see a lot more, see a lot more stories. Try to get more to you, and I'll be going to the warm climate really soon. So maybe that's got me really excited. Um, I got a few things that I want to do once I get there. So I'll be reaching out to a few people for those. So stay tuned. Stay tuned, and hopefully, if you're playing horses and you're watching the channel, I just want to say good luck. If I get any tips, I'll post them. You just gotta keep tuned, and you just gotta pay attention. Sometimes people give me a few tips, and I might just drop them. But I was reminded by somebody who hits horses quite a bit to not do it because it affects racing. So I think I'll wager and waver in between somewhere, to be mindful of those situations and to understand them very well. That being said, thank you people for watching. Thank you people subscribing to the channel. Stay tuned. We're going to get very creative. There's a lot of stories, a lot of information. If you know anything about the behind the scenes across the border and how ice has impacted the stables, the barns, the help on the racetrack, hit me up, let me know, drop a comment. If you want to do live with me, let me know so we can bring that information out there so others can be prepared. Maybe you can help someone, help one of your colleagues, one of your friends who you work alongside, probably for a few months, maybe a few years. Who knows? Um, you know, You never know because that's America. But before you know it, Canada could be doing the very same thing. So we all want the help. The horse people need the help. So please share the information. Drop a line, drop a comment. And on that note, I'm going to say I'm signing off. So thank you again for tuning in. Have yourself a wonderful night. God bless.